You might want 2 cups, don't you think? Yeah, says Alfred. Go ahead, straighten me out. Here you go. But you look fine. This was almost ritual for Alfred, although it seemed there was a different ugly donut girl each time he stopped at this donut shop. Even though she looked nearly the same as the one before, one eye looking off on some wild notion of its own, or a prominent mustache, or a large mole on the chin growing black hairs, he loved these women. He would consider his own selfish hermit-like life as the donut girls polished counters and translated grunts from the customers into coffee and jelly-filled indigestibles. Burp, burped Alfred as he got up and drove off down the interstate to the 2-lane highway, where a right turn returned him to his home. He went right to bed. Good night, my love. Hey, you fat, smelly lush, you're so cool buying drinks, showing off your wise old age. What are you dreaming of, huh? That boner you had way back when? Alfred gets up to a quiet, dark house. The stars visible through the trees through his bedroom window. Through his bathroom window, he watches bugs orbiting the streetlight out front, then flushes the toilet and goes downstairs. In the kitchen, he turns on the lamp hanging over the sink to prepare a baking soda and water. He's certain that the donuts woke him up. Alfred goes outside, praying to God that he will go back to sleep before the sun comes up in a few hours, and doesn't turn on the bug light, but does suspend himself in the hammock. Finishing the bicarbonate, he burps, and has a few puffs on the old cigar. As he drifts sleepward, he reflects on God, men, women, children, and on his integral place as one of God's beings. Alfred's snoring competes favorably with the crickets, frogs, and early commuters headed for Boston. So that's much of Alfred. There's still more Alfred.
Still more Alfred?
Still more Alfred. It's not thoroughly unbearable, is it? Should we put a break in it?
No.
Yeah.
Is that a poem?
No, it's just like a story that came out of writing that letter. Oh, this was a poem that this is something I wrote. Some guy requested that I write a poem to his girlfriend. I said, well, you can write a poem. You can do this. It's for your girlfriend. You can do it. You should do it. In any case, he said, no, I want you to write it. You're a poet. You know?
I want you to write it.
Yeah, right. So he came over. I thought he was going to bring beers over. That was going to be like the price, you know. But he didn't bring anything over. But he's got knee high, so I figured this was...
I'm not doing it anyway, sure.
Yeah, what the hell. And it was good to have, you know... It's nice to write in type. Right away, just write fresh. Okay, so this is for Robert's girlfriend. Her name's Liz. This was written on the 11th of August. I was shopping on Washington Street on my way home from work. Diverted I was by a lovely blonde with whom I struck a conversation. I talked about my sweet lover who called me twice from Paris this week. It's your birthday. Birthdays aren't important. Celebration doesn't need a reason. A call from Paris left me higher than dreaming of her with me forever. Defined by each communication, because how long is forever? Isn't it each moment? With or without the kiss? Make each day a celebration. Make each day a warm, lustful kiss.
Well,
Now it's time to shut down and just go to sleep. If that's what you're planning to do, is to go to sleep.
I never planned to do that. It always just kind of comes on suddenly and I'm asleep.
Yeah, but aren't you lying down in a sleep kind of mode?
I sat up until 5:30 in the morning
Huh?
this morning.
You were...
At 5:30 I sat here and finally fell asleep.
Oh,
You couldn't sleep?
No, I was running tapes.
Oh.
yeah. That can make it so... It's so...
And I made mistakes. Before I got tired, I made mistakes. You know?
Yeah.
At midnight, I started making mistakes.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And then about 2 o'clock, I finally caught my mistakes. That pissed me off.
You had to start.
Actually, about 1:30. But yeah. Then I had to start all over again because I'd blown it. You know? I forgot to put sound on it.
Oh, that hurts.
And I can't match good enough. I don't have enough equipment shit together. No, I just don't get it together that well.
Uh-huh. Well, it's not
I
easy.
mean, hell, I lose cigarettes in the middle of the day.
But you didn't come in with a plastic bag, right? You came in
No, I came in with a paper bag, and Sarah walked away with it.
Oh, you're talking about much earlier in the day?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
Oh, you think they were in a paper bag?
They could have been in a paper bag, yeah.
Oh. There's a paper bag in front of this one.
No, that ain't it. No, there's several paper bags, sorry. But I thought I had them in my hand. I didn't think I had them in a paper bag. And of course, I've rearranged everything in here since then.
Yeah. Yep. We're doomed. We're doomed.
And you can start anytime.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, I was gonna read something about Amy's having Amy. You know, I'm so glad I'm not 20. You know, she's 20. And she's going through all these 20-year-old things.
Oh, at 20 years old, you go through everything too.
Oh,
There's no,
man.
you don't get out of anything.
And so she had this meeting with this guy that she was really in love with, and really.
This one she read about.
Yeah, I guess.
And she went back home, and there he was, and he thought she was a complete dipshit.
Yeah, right. Right. So
Beyond me
he
how
said-
anybody could think that.
He said, I wouldn't care now if you married a camel.
Yeah.
And when I got that, I immediately wrote back to her, it will always matter to me whether or not you marry a camel. Number one, they stink. Number two, they could never cause you as much grief or joy as I can. Number three, they spit great globs of gook through grinning teeth. Number four, please don't even bring a camel home for a day. Number five, camels are sometimes featured at the circus. Don't join the circus, a whole bunch of them conjugating with camels. Number six, not a bad smoke if you like Turks. Number seven, icy apathy is masked terrifying hatred of self in love lost. Number eight, one can hate the embodiment of ideals, but to hate a person, a person must know the hatred, have depended on the hatred at one time, framing the person's day-to-day. To thoroughly hate a camel, I must brush, feed, clean, water, love the camel, so I can hate completely. Number 9. The opportunity to hate you will be a dangerously close affair because I depend on you with my full gravity, defined by the moon's attachment to the shores. Number 10. In other words, number 11. Get to know me more often before you look up that camel dating service. Number 12 and number 13, the baker's dozen. Number 14, everyone loves and disloves according to a pattern, alterable in their own hands. Stay away from camels. Number 15, they have dreadful humps. Don't tell them who told you. Number 16, my friend Terry drove camels in Morocco. Number 17 is a prime number. Number 18, one day, while sleeping on the sofa in my New Orleans apartment on St. Louis Street, a white kitten with radiant eyes came into the open living room. Its powerful, peaceful agitation woke me. She was immediately adopted. She'd already adopted me. Number 19, I gave her a secret name, Hazel Carter, after my grandmother. Number 20, her allowed name, uttered by humans, was Whitey. Number 21, I am the one. Don't be fooled by camels. And here's one of my favorite ones. People like this one. It's called Crazy Bogart, and I read it at Charlie's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read this at Charlie's. Usually I put when I read it, but I didn't. I read